Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I haven't played anything in a little bit. I forgot what my last video was, but I'm here on a game where it's a tower defense game, if you can see. But it's not like a big tower defense. It's not a big tower defense game. It's fairly unpopular, as in, like compared to like TDS, which it's not very active anymore. It does have 500,000 visitors, but like that's about it. It's been out for almost 10 months, I think. Yeah, 10 months now. And the reason why I love this game so much is just because it's simple, but also has a lot of features that make it really fun. First off, there's these three buttons don't work. You have this utility section, which I don't really use much because I haven't found a use for these things yet. I haven't even had these ones yet. Because I'm getting all the towers still. There's crates, which actually, oh, no, I have that. But there's a duck crate, kind of like TDS. This reminds me a lot of TDS. If some of these towers are like basically TDS, like come on, like it's not exactly it, but like there's a lot of towers that are reference of TDS towers. And there's this, which you can pay 500 coins, which is the currency you get from just playing the game. Then 300 like 50 crystals, which is from these quests, which are all pretty easy. This is just from the first mode, so in the second mode. And then you can buy this, and it gives you a random amount of coins and stuff. But then we get to the towers. If you saw quickly, you saw this feature, which has not really seen that much, but like it's not that big of a feature, but it's just like the recruit can, oh gosh, my nose is blocked. But the recruit can go to the infantry, which if you do enough damage with this tower, you can buy this tower with this amount. And then same for this one, but like more, but still with the recruit. Like every single one of these have these, basically. But like some of them don't. So some of the ones that don't have it are Shotgun does not have a secondary, neither does Rocketeer. Police Station does have a secondary. Barrack does not, and these two don't either. And also this one does. I just don't have the other version yet, but it's in tower slot, so I need to be able to use it. And this is just a small thing. It's mastery. It's not really that worked on. That's a glitch where you can sometimes click on it multiple times and then just it pops up again. But then now let's talk about like why this game is fun. I just want to put together a loadout because bank is amazing. If you want money, get the bank. Then also I'm gonna grab mortar. I'll get mortar. I'll get arsonist because arsonist is pretty good early game, decent early game. And then hold on, I I first don't have I don't really have a plan here. Get rocket for more AOE. Machine gunner for DPS, which I skipped mountain gunner because he can get flying in camo and it's good DPS. Then took barrack and a sniper to help deal with more high health enemies. And this is just really scratching the surface of this. If you go into skins, there's this button right here called that says Mimic. What Mimic does is it tries to put your skin, your Roblox avatar, onto the tower. Now there is another thing. Some towers like Vulcan have a Mimic skin, which does it much better than these because these have accessories already. But it still tries, and like sometimes it looks really weird, but other times it looks pretty good. Like my avatar works decently well, so it's pretty simple. But then every tower has the Mimic feature. Just not every tower doesn't have the Mimic skin. So like you don't have the Mimic skin. And then that might be all for here. Remember, something. Oh wait, also one thing, you also have missions. Kind of like the thing that TDS added fairly recently with challenges, but like it's one of the main ways you can get crystals. This is just stats basically. Then now we can actually go to the modes. So if you can see already, you can technically have 50 people in a lobby, which is a little bit, but like not, probably not going to be something that's actually done. But then there's this. You can do something like increase health, speed, you can increase all these, which is the enemy appears tower. And then increase needs, so if I get like health multiplier, do 0.5, you can see I earn 100% less money, less coins. And there's also this teams multiplier, which is these guys, you can have all of these guys just help you out. I don't really use these because they are kind of weird. Then there's modifiers. I take a breath, I'm talking a lot more than I usually do. But then, first off, endless is pretty obvious, sandbox is obvious. This just, I haven't used it yet, but I'm guessing it just removes all enemies or something. These are actually kind of annoying because if you don't have the torch, then you cannot see much. Light mode I haven't seen at all. This one's pretty fun. So I told you earlier, I'm pretty sure that I saw the upgraded RC factory from this. But so this is how it does. It makes all the towers rain from the sky, and you can't use any of these towers by placing them down. So it's pretty funny, and this is just like, I think it's just half cash BTD6. So yeah, and then there's also some codes to get some crits and stuff. So now we're gonna play a game. You can click casual. I don't know when these are gonna be here, but they're all works of progress. Stating the fact that, oh, I'll have to do that later. Oh wait, what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ah, dang. Claim reward? I honestly had no clue this was a thing. And then, wait, I need to check this out then. Or campaign, no. TVE? I mean, okay, in 9 hours. Huh, okay. Also, that obvious, that is, if you played the game, it's obviously a PvG reference, which is pretty cool. Okay, now we're going to get into the game. Now there's even more options here. First off, like TDS, you can change your character size. This one changes it kind of to look like the characters. Like this. Also, this map's broken, by the way, or like, I think it's broken. You can only really play as a tower. You can only do one of the, actually probably, you can only do one of the features of the game. Which is Peaceful Forest, not so Peaceful Forest. And then if you saw on here, also game speed, which can go up to like, it's weird. Sometimes it goes up to point, up to 5. Sometimes it goes up to 3. Right now it's 5. Then the narrator is the guy. Actually, I'm gonna turn that off. I still don't know what this one does. This one probably makes everything look worse, but like makes your performance go faster. Now, Arsonist, he's not really like Pyro. He throws a Molotov and just burns the area. So kind of like a little bit like Brony stuff mortar, but like not exactly. Like it burns stuff, but it also leaves a thing there. I don't remember if Brony stuff does that from probably T6, by the way. Also, this game's kind of slow, so I do sometimes speed it up because, yeah. Some more options are we have Crafter, still don't know what this does. Then you can do this. You can also click leave if you're like kind of done and then like want to get your rewards without having to lose them. Also, I forgot that that does that, so now I'm like this. Okay. And then I'm just gonna get my bank up because these make money. That was these make unholy amounts of money. If you, so what you do with the bank is you put money into it like this, and it periodically gives you money that is based off the money you have in there. And then also gained interest, but not completely sure, or I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it's just amazing. But then speedies are annoying, so yeah. These guys don't have that much health, so they won't die, but it's just a minor inconvenience. Put 400 in here. And also I forgot I jumped higher with this on for some reason. So I think the next thing I'm gonna do is just get a barracks just to help with the speedies. And then this barracks. Barracks is like kind of like not military base, but do you think of it like if you play TDX, kind of like that barrack, but like a little bit different. It's more related to mercenary base, I'd say, from TDS, because you can choose what guys you have in it, and that is something that's pretty cool. I need to start putting more money into this, otherwise I won't really have the money to do it. And then there's some toughs here, which will cause a little bit of problems, because they have armor, which is the... I think the shield's the blue one, which I think is what they have at the start there. And then the armor is the shield. And then I'm gonna put 1,000 in here, not 100. 1,800 in here. Let's get more money. Then here. Conscript, I think these guys eventually can see flying if you upgrade, I think, a couple more. Which, unlike TDS, which barely uses flying, which they're starting to use it more now as with Fallen rework, as in there's actually enemies in Fallen that have flying, there is at wave 20 some balloon zombies, which is kind of reminiscent of PvC. This is kind of funny. And then I got 5k in this, so I'm gonna get better income. But then stuff like my arsonist can't see flying. But actually, I think every other tower has a way to see flying. It's kind of funny. Besides bank, obviously, because it doesn't actually attack. And then, I need some more defense over here. Yeah, I might actually die here. No, we're good. But that's an indicator of me needing more DPS. Which means I'm gonna get machine gunner. Which, I had to reference this to TDS tower, kind of War Machine. I think it is just War Machine from TDS. And then also this is the Mimic feature. I don't actually have an Arsonist, because I didn't put it on Arsonist. So then yeah, now we're dealing with those guys and now can make more banks. Which are amazing value. And then also I'm gonna get some Arsonist upgrades so we can do more damage with them. And then also, unlike TDS, which has a maximum placement limit, this does technically have a maximum placement limit for some things like bank. You can see here, which it costs infinite money to place. That's like, that's the hard cap in this game. But if you if you have a certain number of towers placed on different, like every tower in the game, then it increases the money it costs. So you can have infinite towers of most things, but it just costs a lot more to get them down than if you did it for like the first time. I'll say $1 more. Okay. And then I'm gonna, actually I already got upgraded. That was didn't. We get crowd control so we can get some more demomen, or I think they're called demomen, are they? They're either demomen or grenadiers again. Conscript, I don't remember. Yeah. Then also here's camos, or like whatever you want to call them, because they're called differently in every tower defense game I see. Like TDS calls them hiddens, BT6 calls them camos, and then like yeah. Also, I probably should go back to this size because it will be easier to walk, because I accidentally did the size the first time. And then once these have like 6,000, then I can start upgrading them as stonk, which gives us even more money for our machine gunner, which is just the part where I say it's like War Machine because it has the missile launcher. I think War Machine has, if I remember correctly. I think it has something like it. But yeah, this tower is, I think, pretty good DPS. But he does cost a lot of money. The funny thing is, if you just had the regular one with, and you had an unarmored enemy, I think the Vulcan does more damage. But I could be wrong, but I think it does have a little more DPS. So let me get this 2,000. Also, whenever you do this, if you click the ability, that saves the number in there. Not if you close it out. That's just a little thing to know. Note. So these guys, so this guy will shred through, if I upgrade him 1, I think I already shred a little bit, he'll shred through 25% of the armor. So they have 20 armor, so he'll shred through 25% of that. Now I need to get these to 10k. And this one is stonk. Now, you see you can increase the game speed, which is pretty useful. Like if you're speedrunning, you can get like extremely fast times. I'm gonna upgrade you again because we're starting to get more zombie bosses, and we're getting close to Flyings and the giant boss. So I'm going to get a second one. Okay. And now there is the other mining tower, the Investor, that still technically does have a use, even though it makes way less money. Also, we are getting a little bit overran. Just want to make sure we're actually dealing with these guys. Gonna Rocketeer down. Okay. So Investor still has a use because like I already took like a monkey bottom path monkey village from BT6. It gives you a little bit of a discount buff, or like the DJ from TDS. So it still has a use, but like it just doesn't make nearly as much money as the bank does. Cause right now, if I had investors, I would have like 5,000 or something. That's completely arbitrary, but it'll be a lot less than this. And also here's another thing. These enemies also have hidden, so like not just the cloak enemies can have the property of hidden. Though I do think flying zombies are the only things that can have flying. I could be wrong though. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. Because otherwise that would be not fun. Okay. More money into that. Also, I forgot about that feature, so that's another feature to talk about. Just put some more money on these. Some 10,000 to that. Let me get this because I want to get money in there for damage. These stats are also no problems now, which honestly I think they're some of the biggest problems in the early game. Because, yeah. And then missile damage, you see this is sub thing, so it doesn't actually show up here. It goes from 10 to 18 and it gets 8 more ammo. And that's also something else in this game. Some towers like Rocketeer eventually don't have the upgrade yet. See, this is the ammo capacity, so it can shoot 4 times before we have to reload it, which takes 4 seconds, and then it can shoot again, which I think is completely worth it because Rocketeer does some pretty good damage. And yes, it does lose damage, but shoots faster, so it gets more DPS but loses damage. So like, effectively, its base damage is a lot lower, at like 30 lower, but its DPS goes insanely high. Or not saying like much higher. And now here's the balloon side, which actually kind of reflects because they have 100 health, meaning that if just 3 of these get past with no damage on them, they will kill you. And now it's bank time. Because Barrack is here. I'll get some miniguns on this. And I think Barrack, I don't know if they changed it, but Barrack was another one of the towers that had a max placement limit of with the infinite money, where it capped you out. So, and then, I forgot something, but bank isn't just like this isn't just bank, me do what I'm doing. There's 2 other buttons here. This one withdraws money, which is pretty easy. But this one gives money to everyone on your team. Which, I don't know exactly how it works. I haven't used it. Also, that's a lot of zombie bosses getting by. So, this is where we slow down the game. And buy another machine gunner. Because it's actually kind of far. $30,000, hopefully it's a kill him. Hopefully. Okay, oh yeah, these golden zombies are probably the reason why we didn't handle that very well. But this is stuff that I probably should. Actually, let me get this. Get some more DPS so we don't die. Also have these heavies here, which is just like minigunners. These giants. I think we can survive this, but get a rocket upgrade. Yeah, you've got that. We need more we need more splash, so yeah, probably should get this to get you. Okay. Hopefully this is enough. Gonna keep getting some more money. And for bank, I think a good spot is like 100,000 in the bank, because that just gives you a good amount of money, and then like you don't need to do any more effort to put more banks in. So then I'm supposed to talk about the next feature that I did not talk about, but I did accidentally pull up, is the track feature. So let's say I have the Arsonist. As you can see here, Arsonist got 750 place on the track, and also down here, what this does, it just buy this, and then, oh, you don't place more on the track, I didn't know that about Arsonist, but then he just walks down the track like these guys would, and then just does damage. There's also this over here, which is if you can control a unit like these, or you can make right out here and then shoot, which can help you if like you need high DPS, but like there's nothing up here if you don't have any money. You have a unit, because every time you upgrade it, it retains the upgrade, but it has the downside of it is twice as expensive as the original tower. I think it's pretty close. I think it's just twice as expensive. And then if you see here, you can see why I say it's pretty similar to Mercenary Base, because like we have a basic person, basic guy with a rifle or something. This guy's pistol though. Downman, like group damage. This is the one that's a little bit more different, or one of the two, because it's just a minigun instead of a riot shield. Then we have medic, and there's also one more guy, which is completely different. Also, I can upgrade you. I'll get one medic. And then is that you? Huh. Okay. I didn't know that's what Lava Gun did. Because I've not used Arsonist a lot. He's just pretty good for early game because he can do splash DPS. Here at Night Zombies, I think it's a good time to speed the game back up again. We're doing this pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm going to get some more of these guys upgraded. So I'm going to get these guys to max. It kind of is like a combination mecha base and War Machine. Like, it works like War Machine, but looks like mecha base. That's kind of funny. Now I'm going to play some snipers because they can help us with high DPS. They're not the greatest, but they're not that bad either. Because they do 2 times damage to armored enemies, like the zombie bosses. But I don't think the giants, because I think that's the shield and it's different. But instead of doing 65, it'll do like 130 to the zombie bosses. Which is actually probably better to put it on armored. So that it could one-shot these night zombies. It could have anyways, but it's fine. Actually, I might not have been able to because of the armor. And now I'm going to put 20k into each of these, and then I'm going to leave these banks be. Now, I do think bank should probably get nerfed. Because it makes an absurd amount of money. A way to do this is like BTS 6 bank, you have to withdraw it from it. It doesn't just give you money like these do. So I think that could be a way to help that be less OP. Some more tiers. And some more machine gunners. Okay. Then I'm going to start getting my other base. I'll put all medics. And then this is another one of the towers in the game that has an infinite placement limit, like placement cost, if you place many of them, but it's only 2. Because both for lag and that, but probably just mostly for lag because, yeah, also don't like the medics are in front of the FEs. And then here is the last guy, the commander. I don't actually know exactly what he does, but he commands stuff. So that's pretty cool. I'm guessing that kind of it does something similar to TS Commander, or technically it's Sergeant. Looks like it gives a everything buff, apparently. So I'm gonna get rid of you. And then this. You are getting far. I know what that means. More mounted gunners. Let's go. Reminds me of. I need a Gravedigger. Well, a Gravedigger from GDS. Just go back to the hood. If it had a shovel, it's just would just be Gravedigger from GDS. Now I'm gonna get a couple more snipers. Because snipers have pretty good range. Not the most range in the game. There are some things in the game that have way more range. Like, I think Mortar has a lot more range than this. I could be wrong, though. And then go here, and these one will be in health, and the other one will be in progress. Now I'm going to use that play as feature, so you just click this button, and then you can do this. Just upgrade it, and then you can auto respawn. Also, it's not 2 times, because that would have been 60,000, that final upgrade. So it's like, I don't know exactly how much it is. Also, if they're in range, you do automatically fire at them. And you can also fire separately if you're not locked on, it seems like. I think I'm gonna get 1 more or just to get some more crowd DPS and some burn damage. Also, every tower does have health, like this arsonist, but it's not really like that big of a deal unless you're in like 16,000. Okay, unless you're in like the PvZ map, which also you only play 2 arsonists. I didn't know that actually. That's something I learned in today. But then we can just get marketeers. This isn't the final wave, but there is bosses. Like, think of it like Fallen Swordmaster in hardcore mode. It's a new boss, but like, it's with the Fallen theme. And then you fight the Fallen King, so kind of like that, but like, different. So now I think the play is just to like max out on these machine gunners. What if I put one of the trees? Also, if you didn't notice, there's this bar down here. This is a cooldown where you can place a tower again. So if it's up, then you can't place it. Also, if you see here, Slasher is a quick guy, while Bruiser is a high health tank that moves slow. And also stuns. Also, it's medic, but like, there's getting a lot of stun over there. Actually, wait, they were I think they were healing each other, so they actually that's a great stun now I think about it. Which is pretty cool, stunning. Also, yeah. So we're just gonna keep pushing on because, yeah, this is great content. Okay, just gonna keep doing this. Also, the grind's not that much. Like, TS has golden crates. I think the most expensive item in the game is, I think Machine Gunner is one of them for coins, which is because it's 8,000 coins, but he's also only 2,000 gems. Which the most expensive thing in the game, I think, is this the Mimic skin for Machine Gunner because it costs 6,000 crystals for some reason. Now we have the guy, which is even more reminiscent of Grave Digger in Yulesby. The Undead Lord is the guy that would talk to you if he had the dialogue on, but I did not. And like anything, bosses only spawn one, even if there's 2 ends. And yes, this has been spawning from zombies. There's also more maps. Like, if you were paying attention in the before I vetoed a couple times the first time, there was a map called Ancient Ruin, I think. That spawns 5 times now zombies, but gives you 2.5 times the reward. I think it's the 3rd hardest map in the game because I think the right towers, the 4-lane map is a little bit harder. Also, I am fucking a lot more than I usually do. Oh gosh. So now that we have this, I can just place a bunch of machine gunners and then wherever he is. Where is he? He's right here. Now he's getting pretty good damage on. We get pretty good damage off. There's this one thing, sometimes with Rocketeer especially, you can lag the game with Rocketeer pretty heavily with many of them. And also one thing, the increase for Machine Gunner is absolutely absurd if you see the increase after you place many of them. But then like TDS also, you have to game at the end, so dead. They'll kill you, but like not do well. They're pretty easy to deal with. Place Marketeers, and you're A-OK. And then you get like 2,000 coins. If you, I think of the other map. But it's a base of 1,000 coins if you're on a regular map, but it increases like 2.5 times. It'll give you 2,500, and then it just keeps increasing up and up until you go. Now, there is one final feature I want to talk about. Also, this is what it means: 6,000 gems. Or let's call them gems to be like TDS. And also, speaking of TDS, like this is like kind of like accelerator, but like not accelerator. It's like Superman accelerator. And then I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. The final feature was I don't even know anymore. But I've gone insane. I forgot the final thing I was going to talk about. Oh, but yeah. If you go in here and go to casual, just create a lobby, go to edit, then go to map. See all these maps. This one gives you less money. And a note is that also gives you more money in game. So if you start a game, you get more money the harder the difficulty is, but just a little bit. These ones are pretty easy. These are pretty good maps to grind on. These ones are the ones that we're talking about. This one is 1.6 for some reason, but like there's 1.6 this here. This one I think is the hardest map in the game because it spawns 4 times zombies, but like the paths are very short and they don't ever link up. So yeah. Then we have 4-lane map. This is I think the second hardest because this one all converges, but this doesn't duplicate spawns. You still only get 1 zombie spawn, which makes it a little bit easier and a little more bearable. This map is broken because, or it isn't special. I don't know why. It just feels broken to me. Doesn't feel right. We've got retro here, which has TPE, which is like one of the only 2 reasons why you need health. If you had on path or on this map, no clue what that's just a random map. Then there's these, which have the Battlefront modifier, which makes you able to control your army on a free field, which is also why if you go in game and click on the towers, there's the top right, which shows like a little menu about Battlefront stuff. That's pretty cool. I've only done it once, but there's still so many more towers to use. Like I've gone off wall. I still need Mountain Gunner. I need like RC Factory still. I still need Engineer. I've gotten most of them though. Like I do need Incinerator and Annihilator, Accelerator and Ranger if you play TDS. But I think that's going to be all for this video. I have played this for 37 minutes. I probably should do something productive or I don't know. But I'm just going to see you guys next time and goodbye.